पूछिए कि 7785 किसकी गाड़ी है। सेक्रेटरी साहब के सामने खड़ी है, वहाँ से हटवाना है
लाइब्रेरी के पास। हाँ, तो वो अंदर पराग सब बैठे होंगे, लाइब्रेरी में बैठे होंगे पराग सब।
लाइब्रेरी में,
हाँ, हम बोल रहे हैं।
हाँ,
आइए हम
हुआ नहीं, कभी हुआ नहीं, वे लोग आएंगे तब जाएंगे। लंच के बाद शुरू होगा पहला सेशन। लंच के बाद कल वेलकम, कल वेलकम। बाहर निकाल, ऐसे बाहर निकाल। हाँ, कॉलेज अरे टाइम नहीं है, अरे 5 नहीं, शाम तक तो हो गई, शुरू हो चुका है, शाम तक चलेगा आज के दिन 5 बजे निकलेंगे। अरे चला जाओ, नहीं सही है। हाँ यार, चलो ठीक है। नहीं यार, क्या नाम ठीक है। कोई नहीं तो ऑनलाइन नहीं किए होंगे तो यहाँ कराना पड़ेगा ना भैया।
We also welcome in this auditorium Gangoli Prasad Party sir, and we welcome Sid Kumar Misra sir. Alright, welcome sir. It is that of and we also welcome Prakarti Patil sir. Mahatma Gandhi sir, he is so relevant.
हम सारी साल वो देखा था फारूक के साथ लेकिन चक्कर ना रहे हाँ तो चेक कर और वहाँ सेवा का पुस्तक बाबा चेक कर
Hello. Good morning. Hello, good morning. I welcome you all in this national seminar sponsored by ICSSR and organized by the English Department of MLK College on the topic Impact of Gandhiji on Indian English Literature, Culture and Society. Students, Mahatma Gandhi is extremely relevant in the modern times. The world today is passing through a very difficult stage. The Gandhian ideas are extremely relevant in the modern time. It provides a solution to many of the modern problems that many of the countries are facing in this world. As a student, it is extremely important for you to discover Mahatma Gandhi's ideas. Students, I welcome all of you to this national seminar. Very soon, we are going to have our guests. As you know, Mahatma Gandhi lived in South Africa as a lawyer. He started his career from there. He started his satyagraha in South Africa. He came to India in January 1915 and he started 3 local movements. One was in Champaran, another was in Khera and the third was in Satyagraha. These 3 local movements that Gandhi started changed the face of India's national struggle, and in 1920 the proposal for non-cooperation movement was passed, and in January 1921, as all of you know, non-cooperation movement got started. It was a historic moment for India's freedom struggle. It was a time when the masses were mobilized. Gandhiji changed the face of India's national struggle into a mass struggle. This was the magic of the personality of Mahatma Gandhi. And as you know, in 1922, non-cooperation movement was withdrawn, and after that, from 1922 to 1930, Gandhiji was engaged in the constructive works. Students, the guests are soon arriving on the stage, so please be ready for them. Welcome, sir. Welcome to this historic auditorium of MLK College. We welcome all our guests in this historic auditorium of MLK College in this national seminar sponsored by ICSSR and organized by English Department of MLK College on the topic Impact of Gandhiji on Indian English Literature, Culture and Society. Welcome, sir. We are privileged to have you here, sir. A huge clap, a huge applause for our sir and all the guests over here. We are really privileged to have you here, sir. As I was just saying, that Gandhiji's ideas are extremely relevant in the modern time. The world today is passing through a very difficult phase. Let us discover a Gandhi within us. A huge clap for more guests arriving over here on the stage. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. This is the day we were waiting for. This is the day that the English department was waiting for. This is the time for us. Good on, please. This is the time for us. Students, all the guests, students and research scholars, all the guests have arrived on the stage. I now seek the permission of the chairperson, A.P. Tiwari sir, to begin this opening session of this national seminar on the topic, the impact of Indian English literature, impact of Gandhiji on Indian English literature, culture and society. Sir, we are privileged to have you here. We welcome, sir, in the beginning, our chairperson, Professor A.P. Tiwari, former HOD, Department of English, LBS Gonda. Sir, we met once and that was the time when you told me about the Gandhian simplicity. I find in you the essence of Gandhian philosophy. You practice it, sir. We are privileged to have you here, sir. Your passion for knowledge and your intellectual curiosity is something that I want to learn. I welcome our chief guest. Yes, sir. I welcome our chief guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Shukla, sir. Sir, you have got 2.5 decades of teaching experience, sir. A huge clap for Ajay Kumar Shukla, sir. Now, HOD is leading us towards lighting of the lamps and
आप लोग सब लोग आगे वाली लाइन में आ जाओ।
welcome, sir. India is a land of Vedas. The name of Goddess Saraswati is first mentioned in the Vedas, and we start our program with the mentioning of the Goddess Saraswati and lighting of the lamps and prayer offerings to the goddess. Dear students, Mahatma Gandhi in his essay Indian Civilization and Culture says that India is a land of spirituality, and if we try to imitate the West unnecessarily, we will end up nowhere. And we maintain the tradition of, the great tradition of our spirituality. Dear students, We welcome on the stage our chairperson, Professor A.P. Tiwari sir. Welcome sir. We also welcome on the stage our chief guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Sukla sir, and our keynote speaker, Professor Chris Mohan Pandey sir, former HOD Department of English PhD. We welcome our special guest Kumar Parag, Associate Professor, Department of English, Allahabad University, Prayagraj. Sir, we welcome our Honorable Secretary, Management Committee, MLK PG College, Balrampur, Lieutenant Colonel R.K. Mohanta, sir. Sir, you are a constant source of inspiration for us, sir. This seminar would not have taken place without your help, sir. And you are always with us with your innovative ideas. We are inspired and we are guided by you, and we look forward to you in future for inspiration, sir. A huge welcome. We are privileged to have you here, sir, Mohanta, sir. Our principal, sir, our young and dynamic principal, energetic principal, sir, you give space to everyone, sir. You give space to everyone, and your ideas, sir. You are a great orator, you are a great listener, and you have got time for everyone, sir. A huge clap for our principal, sir, and we wish best wishes for future, sir. Best wishes for future. And then comes our HOD, our convener, organizer of this seminar, Dr. R.K. Sukla. Sir, this seminar would not have taken place without you, sir. Every day, for the last 2 months, sir, I have been watching you, that you are working day and night, day and night. It's like a passion for you, sir, and you have observed each and every activity that is going to take place in this seminar on your own self, and I find in you the essential Gandhian idea of combination of thought and action. Sir, you bring it into you practical on the grassroots level. You combine thought and action, sir. And the essence of Indian civilization is spirituality. Gandhi says this: if you try to imitate the West, we will land up nowhere. We will land up nowhere. And you basically implement it on your own life, sir. We want to learn it from you, sir. Now, I request Vedic civilization, as I was saying just before this, that Vedic civilization is the essence of Indian civilization. We can't understand this great civilization without understanding the Rig-Vedic civilization. Rig-Vedic civilization was the time when there was chanting of mantras, and we mentioned the name of Goddess Saraswati at that time. Now we are going to have Mangalacharan. This college maintains the ancient tradition of having Vedic mantras and spiritual offerings, and for this we are calling one of our students for Mangalacharan. Nitin, please come over here and enlighten us with Mangalacharan. Students, have a huge clap for Nitin.
Hare Om Swasте Swastina Indro Vriddhasravaha Swastinaha Pukha Visvavedaha Swastinastariksho Arishtanemihi Swastino Mrihaspatir Dadhatoh Om Payah Pratibhyam Payah Aukha Payo Dibhyantariche Payo Dhaha Payaswatihi Pradishaha Santu Mayamma Om Vishnu Raratamasi Vishnoho Snaptrestho Vishnoho Syaurasi Vishnor Dhuvosi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva Om Agnir Devata Vato Devata Surjo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasavo Devata Rudra Devata Maruta Devata Visve Deva Devata Brihaspatir Devatendro Devata Varuno Devata Om Dyauhau Santi Rantarikshakvam Santi Prithavi शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिः विश्वे देवाः शान्तिः ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधिः ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु.
So that was the magical Vedic mantras chanting by Nitin Tripathi, BA 3rd year, Mangalachara. Now I request Soumya of MA and Renu and Akanksha of BA for Saraswati Vandana. Soumya, where are you? Don't leave, listen to it. This is the moment for you, don't leave.
अपनी दया बरसा देना, मेरे सिर पर हाथ धरो माँ, ज्ञान की ज्योति जगा देना, ज्ञान की ज्योति जगा देना।
Thank you, students. This was a nice song, prayer for Goddess Saraswati. Let me from darkness to light, let me from ignorance to knowledge, let me from death to immortality. So says our Upanishads. Now students, we are going to have our Kulgeet. Kulgeet. Please stand up for this Kulgeet.
Sadhana
The term kul first appears in the Rig Veda, and we are continuing the tradition. Now we are waiting for the welcome song. I request students to come over here who sang the Saraswati Vandana for this welcome song. Please come over here, students, participants who sang the Saraswati Vandana, to sing the welcome song. It's your turn now to sing the welcome song. Please come over here, students.
मन की वीणा से गुंजित ध्वनि मंगलम, मन की वीणा से गुंजित ध्वनि मंगलम। स्वागतम 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 कैसा पावन सुहावन समय आज है, आप आए अतिथियों में सरताज है। कैसा पावन सुहावन समय आज है, आप आए अतिथियों में सरताज है। देव की भांति पूजन करें आज हम, देव की भांति पूजन करें आज हम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। मन की बगिया से हमने है कलियां चुनी, श्रद्धा के फूल से हमने माला बुनी। मन की बगिया से हमने है कलियां चुनी, श्रद्धा के फूल से हमने माला बुनी। करते हैं मिल के अर्पित सुमन आज हम, करते हैं मिल के अर्पित सुमन आज हम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। मन की वीणा से गुंजित ध्वनि मंगलम, मन की वीणा से गुंजित ध्वनि मंगलम। स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। थैंक यू।
Hello. Atithi Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, so says our ancient scriptures. We are ancient lamb. We are maintaining the tradition and we will maintain the tradition. The world recognizes us for maintaining the tradition. We are now going to have floral welcome of our distinguished guests and eminent scholars who are present on the stage. Yes, sir. Now I request our HOD, Dr. R.K. Sukla, to welcome our chairperson, Professor A.P. Tiwari, sir, who is the former HOD, Department of English, LBS Ghana. A huge clap, students, a huge clap. We are privileged to have such distinguished experts over here on the stage. Now I request our HOD sir, Dr. R.K. Sukla, to welcome our chief guest, Professor Ajay Kumar Sukla. He has got 25 years of teaching experience and many of his research scholars are working as assistant professor. And one personal note, our colleague Dr. B.L. Gupta was a research scholar under Dr. Ajay Kumar Sukla, sir. A huge clap for Dr. Ajay Kumar Sukla. And now I request B.L. Gupta sir. And now I request Dr. B.L. Gupta sir to welcome Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey sir. Sir, whenever I go to Varanasi, I feel very, very anxious, sir. Sir, we are privileged to have you here, sir. We are privileged to have you here, sir. You have got 4 decades of teaching experience, sir. You were in a panel of UPSC. We are privileged, really, really privileged to have you here, sir. Varanasi is the land of Lord Shiva, sir. It's the land of knowledge, it's the land of philosophers, sir. Now I request Dr. Sada Singh to come over here and welcome our special guest Kumar Parag. Kumar Parag. Allahabad University is the 4th university. The first 3 universities were established in 1857 and the 4th was established in 1886. We have a guest from that university, the 4th University of India. During the colonial period it was established. Welcome, sir. Kumar Parag, Associate Professor, Department of English. Welcome to MLK PG College Historic Occasion. Now I request our HOD, Dr. Sukla, sir, to welcome our Honorable Secretary, Management Committee, MLK PG College, Balrampur, Lieutenant Colonel R. Mahanta. He is from the land of Kalinga, where the war of Kalinga was fought. Welcome, sir. You are a constant source of inspiration for us, sir. This seminar would not have taken place without your help, sir. Now, I request our HOD, Dr. Sukla, sir, to honor our principal, sir, to welcome our principal, sir, Professor J.P. Pandey, sir. Sir, your innovative ideas are always helpful for you, us, sir. A great leader, a great listener, a great orator, physicist. We welcome our principal. Now it's my turn, sir, to welcome you, sir. It's my turn. Now it's my turn, sir. Now I'm going to welcome Dr. R.K. Sukla, without whose help this seminar would not have taken place. I have. Sir, I
may request Dr. Abhinav Thakur to welcome our chairperson with badge. Dr. B.L. Gupta, please welcome our chief guest. Please welcome our chief guest with badge, Professor A.K. Sukla, sir, HOD, Department of English, University of Gorakhpur. And he is also supervisor of B.L. Gupta ji. May I request Abhinav Thakur ji to welcome our chairperson, Professor A.P. Tiwari, sir. May I request Dr. Sada Singh to welcome Honorable Secretary, sir, with badge. May I request Dr. Abhinay Thakur to welcome our keynote speaker and former HOD, Professor K. Pandey sir, Department of VHU, Varanasi. Okay, please do go through. May I request Dr. B.L. Gupta to welcome Professor Dr. Kumar Brak sir, University of Allahabad, Bengaluru. Please come in.
Now I request our HOD, Dr. R.K. Sukla sir, to honor our principal, young and energetic principal, Dr. Professor J.P. Pandey sir. Now, it's my turn. Please come over here. Please come over here. Please come over here. Please come here. Now, this historic occasion.
I request our Naji to welcome our B.L. Gupta ji with bass. Ajay Tiwari again. Please come here and welcome with bass Dr. Abhinay Thakur ji. Ajay Tiwari. I request B.L. Gupta to welcome very senior former HOD Department of English, KDC Bahrain, Dr. Gangotri Prasad Tripathi sir, by Garland. B.L. Gupta जी सर सामने बैठे सर अजय तिवारी प्लीज वेलकम by Garland to Dr. Upen Soni ji by Garland. Upen Soni ji नीचे Assistant Professor राजकीय महामाया देवी कॉलेज इकोनॉमिक्स श्रावस्ती. Chandransu, please come here and welcome Dr. Shiv Kumar ji, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KDC, Bahrain. KDC Bahrain. Okay. Abhay ji, please come here. And B.L. Gupta ji, please manage memento and Salem bag.
I also welcome other guests who are present in this auditorium. Dr. Sri Prakash Misra sir from the BL department, Dr. Raghavendra Singh sir, Ajad sir all the distinguished Prakar sir, Dinesh Maurya sir, PC Giri sir, all the distinguished guests. Now it is turn for BL Gupta to garland Sri Prakash Misra sir. Students, have a huge clap, sir. Have a huge clap, sir. Have a huge clap. Now, what are they saying? And now
I request Abhayji to welcome his senior and retired professor, Department of Sanskrit, Dr. Madhava Nidhi sir, by Abhay Thakur. Yes. May I request to Dr. B.L. Gupta to welcome very senior ex-professor Department of guest lecturer in our department and principal maybe Inter College Bhagwatigarh, Balrampur, Sri Tiwari, Sri A.P. Pandey sir. I request to Abhay Thakur to welcome Sri G.S. Pal sir, ex-principal BD Inter College Bhagwatigarh. ये आप सब जी B.L. Gupta ji, please manage Minuto and for our chief guest and all the guests. Back Minuto and sir. Abhayji, please come here. Sir, we need to back something.
Mahatma Gandhi is one of his. Now, students, as I said earlier, that we are privileged to have with us our chairperson, Professor A.P. Tiwari sir, former HOD, Department of English, LBS Gonda, in this auditorium. Now I request our Secretary Sahab and Principal Sahab to honor our chairperson, Professor A.P. Tiwari, former HOD, Department of English. Students have a huge clap. Give a huge clap. Now, I request our HOD, Dr. Sukla sir, to present mementos to our chief guest, Dr. Ajay Kumar Sukla sir, HOD, Department of English, DDU, University Gorakhpur. Welcome, sir. You have got 2.5 decades of teaching experience, as I said earlier, and many of your students, research scholars are already working. I now request Dr. Sukla sir to honor our keynote speaker, Professor Krishna Mohan Pandey sir, former HOD, Department of English, PHU. He is from the land of Shiva. He is from the land of philosophers. Welcome, sir, over here in this historic auditorium of MLK PG College, Balrampur. Now I request our HOD, Dr. Sukla sir, to welcome a special guest, Kumar Marab sir, and present him the shawl and memento. India is a land of hospitality. India is a land of tradition, and we are maintaining it. Kumar Marab sir, we are honored to have you here, sir. Now, dear students, we also discover a Gandhi within ourselves. It's extremely important, as I said earlier, that Gandhian philosophy has got solution to many of the problems that the country is facing today. Now I request our HOD, Dr. Sukla sir, to welcome our Secretary Sahab. Sir, Dr. R.K. Lieutenant Colonel R.K. Mahanta, sir. Sir, we are really privileged to have you here, sir. You are from the historic land of Kalinga. You are from the historic land. Welcome, sir. And you are a constant source of inspiration to us, sir. Please guide us in future. Now, dear students, as all of you know, that to understand Mahatma Gandhi, it is extremely important to understand the Western influences of him. He was in South Africa where he started his satyagraha for the first time. Gandhiji came in India in January 1915 and he launched 3 local satyagrahas in Champaran, in Khera and in Ahmedabad. And in 1921 there was non-cooperation movement which mobilized the Indian masses. And then in 1930 we had civil disobedience movement. This changed the Indian political scene. The national freedom became a mass movement and the credit goes to Mahatma Gandhi. And from 1946 to 1948, some of the finest years of Gandhi was that he tried for communal harmony. And dear students, I now welcome our young and energetic principal to have an enlightening speech, welcome speech on our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Have a huge clap, sir. Sir, please. The floor is yours, sir.
A very good morning and a warm welcome to the learned gathering at this prestigious national seminar on the impact of Gandhiji on Indian English literature, culture and society, which is sponsored by Indian Council of Social Science Research, New Delhi. I have the distinct honor of welcoming this prestigious gathering of the event. Today, we are privileged to be in the company of distinguished guests who have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of knowledge and the dissemination of wisdom. We have among us Professor Ajay Kumar Shukla from Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Gorakhpur University, Gorakhpur, and Chief Guest Professor K.M. Pandey from Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, as keynote speaker. Dr. Kumar Parag from University of Allahabad, Prayagraj, as special guest. Professor A.P. Tiwari from LBS PG College, Gonda, and among us we have our Secretary, Committee of Management, Lieutenant Colonel R.K. Mohanta ji, Gangotri Prasad Tripathi ji from Kisan Degree College, Bahraich, Dr. Shiv Kumar Mishra ji from Kisan Degree College, Bahraich, Sri Upendra Soni ji, and we have Professor Pramila Tiwari ji, ex-principal of the college, Dr. Madhavraj Dwivedi ji, Sri A.P. Pandey ji, Sri G.S. Pal ji, Professor Prakash Chandgiri ji, Professor S.P. Mishra ji, Professor Raghavendra Singh ji, and other teachers, all the dignitaries, guests, faculty members, research scholars, participants and dear students. Before we delve into the intellectual feast that awaits us over the course of this seminar, let me extend my heartiest gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing us with your presence today. It is your participation and enthusiasm that breathes life into this gathering. I warmly welcome Professor Ajay Kumar Shukla from DDU Gorakhpur University, Gorakhpur, gracing this occasion as chief guest. He has emerged not only as an academician but also an accomplished administrator and an excellent teacher. Warm welcome, sir. His area of interest includes African American fiction, Indian English literature and literary theory. Apart from various research papers in national and international journals, he has authored 5 books published by renowned publishers like Orient, Black Swan, Macmillan, etc. His YouTube channel named English Literature Pathshala is a living example of his keen interest towards literature. He is coordinator of different courses of UGC, HRDC. He is member of RDC, Academic Council, different academic bodies, and subject expert in the selection committees, and recipient of many state and national awards. In short, he is an all-into-one. His experience of over 25 years will immensely benefit this gathering. I am delighted to greet our keynote speaker, Professor K.M. Pandey from Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. His diverse research interests include 18th century British poetry, Indian poetics, Indian English literature, and English language teaching. With a wealth of expertise and a commitment to nurturing literary minds, Professor Pandey's influence resonates throughout the department, shaping an environment of academic excellence and literary exploration. He has published many research articles in journals acknowledged at national and international level. He is distinguished scholar with an impressive 35 years of invaluable experience in the academic realm that would greatly benefit everyone and significantly contribute to the intellectual landscape. Warm welcome, sir. Further, we are honored to have among us Dr. Kumar Parag as a special guest from the University of Allahabad with expertise in post-colonial literature, Commonwealth literature, and Indian English literature. As an academician, he has done a lot to enrich the field of literature and society by publishing over 25 research papers and many major minor research projects. Further, I extend my heartfelt welcome to the dignitary Professor A.P. Tiwari ji, who is retired professor from LBS PG College, Gonda, for his invaluable contributions to the realm of English literature. Your dedication and expertise have left an indelible mark on our academic community. With pleasure, I welcome our esteemed Secretary, Lieutenant Colonel R.K. Mohantaji, for his unwavering commitment to our college, which has been a driving force behind this program as well. He has demonstrated exceptional leadership and initiatives that have propelled us towards excellence. Your ability to come up with solutions for challenges reflects a steadfast commitment to our shared goals. Welcome, sir. A hearty welcome to the organizing secretary of this seminar, Dr. R.K. Suklaji, and his entire team. His planning is instrumental in shaping this event into a platform for insightful discussion and knowledge exchange. We all look forward to a collaborative and enriching experience as we explore the diverse perspectives that this event promises to offer. Moreover, I welcome all HODs, faculty members, research scholars, participants who have gathered here to contribute the rich tapestry of knowledge that defines our academic landscape. Today, we delve into the profound influence that Mahatma Gandhi has had on the multifaceted realms of Indian English literature, culture, and society in India. His philosophy of non-violence, truth, and simplicity has woven itself into the narrative penned by our literary masters. Our traditions, rituals, and way of life bear the imprint of his teachings, fostering a society that values unity in diversity and upholds the principle of justice and equality. I hope that research scholars and participants of this seminar will draw inspiration from Gandhiji's philosophy to explore innovative solutions to contemporary challenges, emphasizing empathy and cooperation. Participants benefit by applying his teachings to analyze societal issues, encouraging sustainable development and inclusive policies. Gandhiji's legacy serves as a guide for cultivating harmony, justice, and compassion, offering valuable insights to address pressing global concerns in the seminar discussion. At last, I welcome everyone in this enriching and learning experience and wish that this will leave such an impact that will be felt for years to come. Once again, welcome to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Sir. You rightly said that many of the global problems can be solved with the help of Gandhian thoughts and principles. Now, I request our Secretary Sir to come over here and help us, guide us, motivate us with his enlightening speech. Secretary Sir, the floor is yours, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Today I welcome Professor A.P. Tiwari ji, Professor K. M. Pandey ji, Professor A.K. Shukla ji, and Professor Kumar Parag, Principal, HOD English, all the department heads, teachers, and dear students. The topic chosen today is National Seminar on Impact of Gandhiji on Indian English Literature. The topic is vast. We as a nation, everybody knows something or the other about the Gandhiji. Since experts are on the panel, they have got the enough knowledge to speak. I think the students who are doing masters, they will be benefited. And as a college, we also learn and listen to their expertise. Thank you. Jai Hind.
For your blessings, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now it's time for the release of souvenirs. Dear students, now it's the time. Research scholars, it's the time for the release of souvenir. Our HOD has worked very hard for the publication of this souvenir. A huge clap for this release of the book. Students, this is a historic occasion. Research is an integral part of higher education, and we have published this seminar in which you will find the abstract of many of the. I now request Kumar Parag sir to come over here and enlighten us with his speech. He is our special guest. Students, a huge clap for Kumar Parag sir. He is from Allahabad University, Prayagraj. Sir, please.
I thank you for the invitation respected Secretary Sir, Principal Sir, Professor K.M. Pandey, Professor Shukla, Professor Tiwari, and HOD Tiwari ji. The distinguished, thank you for giving me a chance to speak in front of you. I will be okay. I have made the PPT on this particular topic, and I will be starting with Gandhi in making. If you can, if
We can, but first give us a speech and then we will do it. Then we will do
my
it.
presentation is a PPT.
Okay. You just first have a look and then
Okay. Now, talking about Gandhi ji, and the topic is impact on impact of Gandhi on Indian English literature, culture, and society. I will be speaking on it, that how Gandhiji impacted on the society, the culture, and the Indian writing in English. Now, first, I will be starting with the background of this one, that how he impacted the particularly the culture and society of India. Now, if we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, for example, he got married at the age of 13. Now, he was vehemently against child marriage. Now, I will be coming to it later, that why he was against child marriage, and he vehemently, because I will be discussing his relationship with Hira Lal, the eldest son of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, particularly when he got married to Kasturba Gandhi at the age of 13, he was a jealous husband. He was a typical Indian husband who was jealous, and he was not allowing his his wife without his permission. He never that the permission she used to take before going anywhere. So it was a typical Indian husband Mahatma Gandhi was. But his study in London, for example, defined Mahatma Gandhi. Now there, for example, he as an ascetic for not for self purification. He followed that, and he in particular became a member of this Vegetarian Society of London. Vegetarian Society of London he became because he was wanted to have self purification, and he was a person who was prone towards spirituality, and he earned a lot of praise from the Britishers and from the whites when he refused alcohol. He was a person, and later he became the president of this particular society. And when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi in particular, he was against caste, creed, and religion. Why he was like that? The reason, because when he was going to London to study, for example, then in that one his caste, both Baniya caste was there, and that outcasted him. Now, when particularly that the outcast was there, then Gandhiji said, "quote, I am really helpless. I do not think caste should interfere in the matter." So, from the very beginning, he wanted that the caste, creed, and religion should be away from the professional life. So, that is the most important part in Mahatma Gandhi's life. Now, later that particular, what you may call the order or whatever by the panchayat or whatever was, later they were asked them, they withdrew, but Gandhiji never liked it. Similarly, we all know that Gandhiji in particular was on 7 June 1893 was thrown out from the first class because he was a Indian, and he was for because he was an Indian, and in the first class only the whites were allowed, and that changed Gandhiji to towards this one to fight for racial oppression, and he started his active non-violence till his death. Now, he formed Native Indian Congress. Don't confuse with Native Indian Congress with the Congress party which was there in India. Native Indian Congress was formed by Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa to fight with the whites or to fight the oppression. So that was there when we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi in this particular, when we are talking about it. And there he launched Indian Opinion, a newspaper or where he used to publish his articles. And there in 19 and highlighted the difficult conditions that the Indians faced in South Africa. So from there his literary journey also started, or the, you may say that writing of articles, writing of books. I will be coming later that the books he has written, for example. But from here only the he started with this one with the Indian Opinion, and it was launched in 1903, and in that you will be getting the earliest writings of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. Now, particularly when we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi in particular, he was a socialist by heart, and he was very much influenced by John Ruskin's book, A Social Thinker. His book was Unto This Last. This was the book he read and he translated into Gujarati, and the name of that book was Sarvodaya. It was translated into Gujarati, and which means progress to all. So Mahatma Gandhi, from the beginning of his life, this one, he wanted that the humanity should progress. It should not be there that the humanity should be limited to, or the certain education and other things is restricted to a particular caste or creed or religion. He wanted progress for all. So that you are going to find when you are going to read Mahatma Gandhi in particular. Now, the most famous term, Satyagraha, which we have heard about it a lot, and we have frequently heard. For example, for many years, you are also hearing. I have also heard it about it. Now, in this one, Satyagraha, for example, Gandhiji struggled to was struggling to find a particular word for civil disobedience. Now, he was against to use the word civil disobedience because it characterized hate and violence partially. Partially, it was there that the hate and violence which may be there in it. So, for that reason, in Indian Opinion, which the paper he used to take out, he said he published an advertisement there that he wanted. He said that appropriate person will be given the prize if you will be coming up with a proper word for civil disobedience. And you will be surprised that his nephew participated in it, Madan Lal Gandhi. Madan Lal Gandhi came up with this particular word, and he came with the word Sadgrah. The meaning of Sadgrah was firmness in a good cause. Now, Sadgrah was the term given by Madan Lal Gandhi, but Mahatma Gandhi refrained to use it, and he, in a way, he said that okay, I will be coming up. For example, he used a different word and mixing it with, and he called it Satyagraha. Satyagraha, for example, truth and agra. Agra means firmness. Now you know that when you are fighting for independence through non-violence, it is a very tedious path and it is going to be a very long path. So that's why he used the word firmness, for example, Satya, truth, agra, firmness, for example. Now, The other thing you are going to find in Mahatma Gandhi's works is, for example, his transition from, when you are going to read about his life, from his transition from satyagraha to celibate, brahmacharya, whatever you may call it, and he vowed in 1906 at the age of 37, and till then in 1948 he followed it, and in his autobiography, he himself wrote that one has to, he cannot live with both flesh and spirit. So any one thing you have to opt for, which Mahatma Gandhi believed, and that's why he believed in spirituality, or whatever you may say. Now, according to him, that if you want to follow satyagraha, for example, self-purification is required. For self-purification, and that is the basic and the primary thing if you want to follow satyagraha. That is the most important part when we are talking about the self-purification, or this one. If you want to participate in satyagraha, if you want to participate in India's civil disobedience against the Britishers, then self-purification is extremely necessary. Otherwise, you cannot follow that particular path, because it is a tiresome path. So that's why. And during living in Africa, there was a Asiatic Registration Act, which the blacks and the Asians call it a Black Act, where all Asians were asked to register. They will be getting special IDs or like that one. And when he was in South Africa, that was the first time he was imprisoned for 2 months in jail. So it was not that in India he tasted prison or jail sentences. It started from South Africa only, that you are going to find that he was jailed first in South Africa. Now, when we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi, there is a debatable issue in today's world, or in this one, that Gandhi is a secular, no doubt about it. But some people say that he is pro-Muslims, or he is pro to some religion, or like that. But if you are going to read Gandhiji, he was an absolute Hindu. And that can be seen, for example, that when you are going to read his autobiography or the various books on Mahatma Gandhi, that once Kasturba was very ill, and the doctors advised that beef tea should be given. Beef tea, you know it very well, the beef tea has to, it was in South Africa, that has to be given so that she can regain strength. And you will be surprised to know that Gandhiji absolutely refused. He was totally, though it was for medical reasons, though it was for that to survive, beef tea was necessary for Kasturba because she had an operation or surgery, whatever it was there. But Gandhiji absolutely refused to give his consent. And Kasturba said, a quote, "I will not take the beef tea. I would far rather die in your arms than pollute my body with such abominations." Unquote. Gandhiji was delighted, as he believed, quote, "body should not be dearer than the soul." So he was always for the self-purification, for the soul, and it is a wrong perception that he was not a true Hindu. He was a true Hindu in the sense, okay, he believed in inclusiveness, he was he was a true secular person, and that can be examples that when his interaction with Jinnah was there. I will be coming to it later. Now, the other thing, if we find that his Hinduism, for example, here I will be discussing about the Gandhiji's as Ram and Veer Savarkar as Durga. That incident I want to talk about. Both were invited to London in a Dashera festival by the local Indians there. Now, when both were invited there, and the organizers strictly said that no political speech should be there. Only the thing is that, but both of them gave a political speech there. For example, when they were invited there, which miffed the local organizers because they do not want to have any problem with the British government in England. But both of them gave it, and Gandhiji praised Lord Rama, and Savarkar praised Goddess Durga. Now, you can see the both wanted independence for India, but one in a non-violent way and one in a militant way. Their ideologies were different, but the goal was the same. And that was there that when we see the ideological differences there between the two. Now, let me say that we are talking about Gandhiji's Hinduism, but if we see Veer Savarkar also in particular, it is believed now that he's pro-Hindu or he's anti to other religion or like that. That is not the case. If you are going to read the various books, for example, in that particular, I repeat, in that particular occasion, he himself said, Savarkar, I quote, Hindus are heart of Hindustan, adding that just as the beauty of the rainbow is enhanced by its varied hues, Hindustan would appear more beautiful if it is assimilated all that was best in Muslim, Parsi, Jewish and other communities, unquote. So these are the lines by Veer Savarkar himself during his speech in that Dashera occasion in London, because Savarkar was also studying in London at that time and Gandhiji agreed to his views. So he's in a way you may say that his prominency was entertained or acknowledged by Gandhiji also. Now, his father, that he's an absolute Hindu. For example, Gandhiji, when we are talking about Geo Tolstoy, Count Geo Tolstoy's A Letter to Hindu was translated by Gandhiji into Gujarati. Now, those are the examples are there that Gandhiji is an absolute Hindu. And Gandhiji worked on his first book called Hind Swaraj, which he did, for example, India Home Rule, and which was completed in 9 days when he was coming he was going from South Africa to London. In hardly 9 days he completed it. Now, here the book is in the dialogue form between an editor and the reader, who is a typical Indian, and it is loosely modeled on Indian pro-independence activist Veer Savarkar and his militant ideology. So like that, so you can see the prominence of that the Gandhiji equally acknowledged, for example, Veer Savarkar. Now, the book contained chapters on Congress, partition of Bengal, and meeting of Swaraj, and Jawaharlal Nehru, in his, for example, said it is a blueprint of Indian Republic. Similarly, Gandhiji totally rejected Western civilization. It was never that he accepted it, despite he was studied in London. And then also he was not ready to accept Western civilization, and this book, Hind Swaraj, when translated into Gujarati, was banned by the Britishers. But its English translation was allowed at that time. The reason, because when we are talking about this particular book, because very little number of people were able to read in English. So they allowed the English translation, but the Gujarati translation was rejected, was banned, sorry. And Tolstoy himself noted in his diary, quote, received a pleasant letter from a Hindu in Transvaal. Transvaal is a South African province. So these are all the examples are there that Gandhiji, we may say, because there are numerous other examples, but because of the paucity of time, I cannot take each and every one. So we can say that Gandhiji was absolute a Hindu. He acknowledged Savarkar. He rejected Western civilization. For example, he rejected. He was very happy when Kasturba Gandhi refused to have beef. So in that manner, you may very well see. The other thing when we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi is the Gandhi believed in inclusiveness. Now this is the most important part when we are talking about Gandhi because he never believed in caste, creed or religion. Now, he established a Satyagraha ashram when he came back to India and it was funded by a rich businessman so that it can be established. But the primary principle to live in that particular ashram was there that celibacy, truth, non-violence and ban on foreign clothes. So that was the most important thing in his life that when we are talking about truth, non-violence, celibacy and ban on foreign clothes was extremely important for him. Now, he accepted untouchables also in that particular ashram. Now, the first to come there was Duda Bhai, a teacher, with his wife Dani Behan and Lakshmi came to live in the ashram. Now, this is the very interesting one is there that the businessman who funded the ashram was absolutely annoyed. The inmates were absolutely annoyed that why this untouchable is coming to this particular ashram. And Kasturba Gandhi also joined with the inmates to throw these untouchables or whatever or the Duda Bhai and his family out of the ashram. Now, Gandhiji was very angry and upset, and the whole night and their teenage son Manilal and his other son intervened, and they tried. Then Kasturba Gandhi relented that okay they are allowed, and Gandhiji was so angry with with this particular incident that he said that I quote, I simply will not have untouchability in the ashram, go and live in Rajkot. And he said that I am not going to be living here this one, but when his teenage sons intervened, then only the problem got solved. But at the same time, you will be finding it interesting that later Lakshmi, who is the daughter of Duba Bhai, Kasturba became so fond of her that she allowed Mahatma Gandhi to adopt her as her stepdaughter. She allowed her that we will adopt this Lakshmi. So she was so fond of her. Similarly, Champaran was the place where, for example, was the turning point in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Because there the people designated him as Bapu. The Bapu term came when the Champaran agitation started. And in September 22, 1921 in Madurai, he decided that I will only be having clothes like when the farmers plow the dhoti on the waist, that I am going to have that only because my fellow Indians don't have enough clothes and I will be living like that. And during winter he used to have only shawl on his chest. So these are the examples are there that how Gandhiji himself followed whatever which he used to preach or propagate, whether it is that he was there. For example, the acceptance, he wanted that an inclusive society can be built in India. Now comes Gandhi's relation with Patel and Tagore. Here Tagore has written a book also. I will be discussing that one. Patel had a very close relationship with Mahatma Gandhi, and his influence was so that he gave European clothes and having dhoti kurta. Now, Patel liked to prepare for Mahatma Gandhi his drink of honey, lemon water, peelless fruit, like a disciple. He was there, and again, now this is that Patel was always considered as pro-Hindu or he is for Hindus, which is not the case. After independence, Vallabhbhai Patel, in a public rally in Lucknow, he said, I quote, I am a true friend of Muslims, although I am dubbed as their greatest enemy. I believe in plain speaking, they must give practical proofs of their declaration. These are the lines by Patel in the Lucknow public rally. So it is not that he is a pro-Hindu or anti-Muslim or a pro-Sikh or like that. It is nothing like that. So if you are going to read it. Now, Gandhi when chose Nehru for congressional presidentship, for which Patel was also contesting, and Gandhi compelled Patel to withdraw his candidature, and Patel reluctantly withdrew it. But if we are going to read that one, it was totally a professional decision. The reason because when we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi, for example, it was a totally a professional because Nehru had international exposure which Patel never had. And when Patel reluctantly withdrew his candidature and supported Jawaharlal Nehru, Rajendra Prasad in his memoir wrote, quote, Gandhiji has once again sacrificed his trusted lieutenant for the sake of glamorous Nehru. So these are the lines by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, though he respected Mahatma Gandhi a lot, but in his memoirs he said that he should not have done this. So these are the examples, and Patel had deep respect for Gandhi. That can be seen when he was, for example, the day he was assassinated by Nathuram Godse. Before that, Patel and Mahatma Gandhi had a meeting because Nehru and Patel had differences on some issues, and Gandhiji wanted to iron it out. And Patel with his daughter came to Birla House to meet him, and generally Gandhiji was very punctual whenever any kind of function or anything, that he should be on time, dot on time. That day, what happened that the meeting stretched till 5:15. At 5 o'clock, that prayer has to used to start, but till 5:15. And when Patel heard that Gandhiji is shot, he again rushed back to Birla House to see there that what has happened there. So one may not say that he has never had any respect, or Gandhiji undermined Patel in particular. It was only a professional decision that he opted for Jawaharlal Nehru. Similarly, when we talk about his relation with Tagore, here Tagore totally disagreed with Mahatma Gandhi on the burning of foreign clothes. He never agreed on it. He, according to him, and it was Tagore who gave him the title called Mahatma. And Roman Roland, French essayist who, like Tagore, won the Nobel Prize, said, quote, the controversy between two great minds, both moved by mutual admiration and esteem. So these are the examples are there that how Mahatma Gandhi and Tagore had admiration for each other. And Tagore wrote a play called Muktadhara. This was the play written by Rabindranath Tagore, and the protagonist Dhananjay, for example, resembled Mahatma Gandhi, who said that the people should not pay taxes to the cruel king. The play is all about that, but it is said that it is based on Mahatma Gandhi, and the protagonist resembles Mahatma Gandhi. Similarly, now we have talked about this professional one or this one, and in the beginning I said that he is against child marriage, and it was not that he was only speaking, it was the plain speaking. When Hira, the eldest son, was at the age of 18, was married to Gulab Bahan, he was in Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa. He objected to it, and he was very angry, and he wrote a letter to his brother Lakshmi Das, quote, "It is well if Hira Lal is married, it is also well if he is not, for present at any rate, I have ceased to think of him as a son," unquote. So that you may see that whatever he used to follow or believe, he used to implement it. Later, for example, after 2-3 days, he asked Hira Lal to come to South Africa. He called him to South Africa. So that is there when we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi. Now, as far as honesty is concerned, he was not there to spare his own sons also. The best example, his eldest son Hira Lal is there. When he came to know that the Hira Lal was a businessman, Hira Lal had huge losses in business. So from Ashram's fund, some money was given to Hira Lal and Gandhi was not knowing about it. The result was that Gandhi was so angry that he threatened to go on fast. He said that he never again, the ashram funds are not there to assist my son. And Hira Lal's wife Gulab Bahan, when died, he became an alcoholic, a womanizer like that one. He was totally a corrupt person in all sense. So, and he said that I will be going on fast, and his wife Kasturba Gandhi and his his other sons knew it that it will be a very huge embarrassment for the family, and that they convinced somehow Mahatma Gandhi to, for example, not to go on fast. And in 1936, when in Nagpur, Hira Lal, for example, met Mahatma Gandhi and demanded money, Mahatma Gandhi abruptly refused. And the result was that he announced his conversion to Islam at Jama Masjid in Bombay. And again, Hira Lal's mother, Kasturba Gandhi, was very annoyed and miffed, and she wrote a letter, and the letter name was An Open Letter from a Mother to Her Son. This was the letter written by Kasturba Gandhi to Hira Lal because she was very annoyed regarding his conversion. And then Hira Lal, after this letter, reconverted to Hinduism at Arya Samaj Bhavan. So it was like that. So if we see that the Gandhi relationship with his wife, with family, or this one, he truly and absolutely followed the path of truth. Now comes Gandhi's, for example, his relation with Jinnah. Both were Gujaratis, both were from the same place there, but they never had any good relation with each other. Jinnah was a person who rarely laughed. He was a son of a rich merchant, and Jinnah is a Hindu name. It is not a Muslim name. When Jinnah, his family had recently converted to Islam or embraced Islam. Now, and when Gandhiji met Jinnah for a meeting, he gave him flowers, and Jinnah replied, "Only flowers." That was the line of Jinnah, and Gandhiji had a deep disliking for Jinnah, and it was Jinnah, for example, paralyzed the Quit India movement. It was he who paralyzed the Quit India movement by promoting two-nation theory, that the India and Pakistan, which we all know. And Gandhiji, though a secular person, never liked Jinnah because of his motives, for example, and their meetings were never successful also. If you are going to read Gandhiji's autobiography or the other books related to Gandhi. Now comes the communal rights, partition and independence, which was the most important aspect was there. And Gandhiji in Noakhali, Chittagong went because the Muslim Hindu rights broke. And there Muslims slaughtered Hindus, forcibly converted many to Islam, burnt Hindu homes, temples, and raped Hindu women. So, which compelled Gandhiji to say, he said, I quote, "It is the cry of outraged womanhood that has called me to Noakhali." These are the lines by Mahatma Gandhi when he heard about this one. Oh, sorry. And then he stayed in a Muslim hut. So these are the examples are there that, for example, that when we are talking about Gandhi and Gandhi and his relation and his for example, during the independence. So due to the paucity of time, uh, when the point, one more important point is that when Mountbatten informed that the Congress leader have agreed to avoid civil war, agreed on partition, Jinnah was very overjoyed. But when he heard that logical partition only be there when Bengal and Punjab should be divided, he was horrified. So that you can find that in this one. And Mountbatten was clear, a very strong-headed person, and Gandhiji was more daring. It is a perception that he was there for the partition or anything like that. It was not that he even proposed that Jinnah become the Prime Minister or the President of India. Let all the Muslims should be there in his cabinet, but India should not get divided. And the result was, and that for that one, both Nehru and Congress refused this thing, that this thing cannot happen. We cannot make Jinnah the Prime Minister or President of India, and his opinion was shot down. So just to have undivided one, India, he said that. Now, when we are talking now, we will be coming to Gandhiji's impact on Indian writing in English. Now, we have seen, all of you have heard about R.K. Narayan, for example, his book The Guide, for example, Waiting for Mahatma. You can see the basic Gandhian influence, the Gandhian philosophy. You may see that how it has explored the Gandhiji's ideas on individual society. So everything you are going to be finding in it when you are going to read it. Similarly, Motilal Gardens, Untouchable and the Big Heart, where he addresses social inequality, injustice, reflecting Gandhiji's concerns. So those are the examples are there because the book, if you are going to read it. Similarly, Khushwant Singh's Train to Pakistan, though it was written on the partition and the bloodshed was there, but he wanted to show at the violence as well as where the Gandhiji's non-violence movement stands. So it is a kind of, if you are going to read that particular book, you are going to find it. Similarly, Anita Desai's In Custody, for example, often touches the socio-political landscape, and it shows the enduring influence of Mahatma and his nation's consciousness. So that you are going to find in it. Now, the controversial book by Arundhati Roy, a controversial writer, A God of Small Things, for example, though dealing with social and political issues, but here you are going to be finding the Gandhian, she is adhering to Gandhian principles. Similarly, Rohinton Mistri's For the Fine Balance, for example, grapples with the emergency problem of India, but you can find the questions of justice, compassion, resilience, which aligns with the Gandhian principles. E.M. Foster's Passage to India, not directly about Gandhi, but explores the tension between the British colonizers and the colonized. So in that manner, you may see that how Gandhi influenced our culture, society, and the Indian English writing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kumar Parak, sir, for this enlightening speech, sir. You have included almost all the important topics that concerns Mahatma Gandhi and the nation's history, and also the impact of Gandhian philosophy on Indian English literature. I now request our chief guest, with having 2.5 decades of teaching experience, academic experience, long academic experience, to come over here and enlighten us on this very important topic. Sir, please. Sukla sir, please come over here.
I request Dr. Madhav Devi sir and Dr. Udit Vikasi sir to be on the dais. Yes, sir, yes.
Respected dignitaries,
on the dais, off the dais, Chairperson Professor A.P. Tiwari, Secretary of the Managing Committee, Sri R.K. Mohantaji, who had just gone for one meeting, keynote speaker Professor K.M. Pandeyji, special guest who had just given a beautiful address, Dr. Kumar Parag, the principal of this college, Professor J.P. Pandeyji, who has also gone for some meeting, young and dynamic, repeatedly it was used for him. Convener and the in charge of this seminar, Dr. R.K. Shukla, the guests, participating candidates, and my dear students. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the entire organizing committee for inviting me to this national seminar. You have just relished the lecture of Dr. Kumar Parag, who has thrown light on most of the aspects of Mahatma Gandhi. I'm not going to, discuss all these points. I'm happy to see the involvement of the students in this seminar, and girls are more in number than the boys. And it's a happy picture of India, and I always believe कि अगर बेटे भाग्य से मिलते हैं तो बेटियां सौभाग्य से मिलती हैं. And in every family, a girl is what I believe is tension. She is equal to 10 sons. So one girl is equal to 10 sons. So this is a really encouraging picture of India. What I thought, Dr. R.K. Shukla was, always in contact with me. I was here in this college in the year 2008 when he was teaching here along with Upendra, who is now in a different college. And I also came for, some other academic work like giving affiliation to postgraduate program in this college. My research scholar, Dr. B.L. Gupta, is also appointed here as assistant professor. And I was in one selection committee where Shraddha was an applicant. So I have, a deep, association with the college and also the people who are there in the college. And I found a kind of, passion and enthusiasm in Dr. R.K. Shukla to organize everything. And he kept on calling me again and again and taking suggestions from me. I also appreciate the anchor, Dr. Abhay, जो बिल्कुल निर्भय के रूप में काम कर रहे थे, kind of vibrancy and enthusiasm which was seen in his delivery. I was reading one poem by Longfellow. I thought that how will I deliver my lecture here, because the historical part and some literary part has already been given by Dr. Kumar Parag. So I will start with some important, thoughts, ideals of Gandhi. Then I'll briefly talk about Indian writing in English and why Gandhi is important in 21st century and how our Prime Minister is following most of the ideals of Gandhiji. That is, these are the 3-4 stages which I thought I will speak upon. There was a line in a poem by Longfellow, a famous American poet and educator, and this is from the poem The Psalm of Life. And the line is, lives of great men all remind us, lives of men all remind us, we can make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints on the sand of time. We can relate, these lines to the life of Mahatma Gandhi, who is a constant source of inspiration for each and every person. In our day-to-day life, we find that at least we should make our personality like that so that we can inspire others. The teacher's role is also, I think, to inspire others in whatever way he can do that. There is a line, aspire to inspire before we expire. So I think inspiration is something which is very important, and Mahatma Gandhi was actually a source of inspiration for each and every person. There is a line that one who wins without problem is just a victory. One who wins without the problem is just a victory, and one who wins with troubles is history. He created history actually, and the history is before us. Once I was asked that what is the meaning of life? I said to give life meaning. This is actually the meaning of life. When you are making it meaningful and purposeful. At the end of the speech, the principal of this college, he emphasized on the point that each one of us should imbibe the ideals and the ideas which were propagated by Mahatma Gandhi. And this thing, I think, should be the purpose of, every seminar, every deliberation. So I selected few ideals, few ideas, few thoughts of Gandhi. And all these ideas you'll find out in different writings, and also you can see in your life. Now, the line of Gandhi, that be the change that you wish to see in the world. It is easier said than done. I can easily say that try to study for 8 hours. But when it comes to me, it becomes difficult. Or, I can say that stop smoking, but when it comes to me, if one is chain smoker, he cannot do that. Bhagat Singh, paida ho lekin bagal wale ghar mein. Just try to create a personality like that. Be the change you want, that you wish to see in the world. That was the thought. Now, the second important idea which I found in Gandhiji was, he said, the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. And you find out in our scriptures also that it is written that Jiveshu Karuna Chapi Maitri Teshu Vidhiyatam. You should develop friendship with the animals. And by that, he is actually propagating the idea of compassion, sympathy, and justice. Now, the next idea which I found is, a man is but a product of his own thoughts. A man is but a product of his own thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. It's written yad bhavam tat bhavati. So what you think you become, and that is why it is always said, अच्छा सोचा करिए, be positive. And in personal life also, whenever I am asked that what do you think should be the purpose of every person, and I keep on telling my students on different platforms, and that is also there in Gandhi's principles, in Gandhi's philosophy, that the philosophy of life is based on A, B, C, D, E, and Ka, Kha, Ga, and Gha. That you will find out, I think, in Gandhi's principles also. When I say A, means avoid negative people. You see, don't sit in the company of those people who make you depressed. Always avoid negative people. If you keep on posting some post on social media, they will not be happy. ये तो बहुत ज्यादा पोस्टिंग करते हैं, ये भी दिक्कत का कारण है. And if people think like that, try to do more in their presence and don't sit there and always say कि भाई तुम अपनी जलन बरकरार रखो, हम अपना जलवा बरकरार रखें. That should be there. So avoid negative people. Believe in yourself. I think you should develop the confidence in yourself. And just like, as Ratan Tata said, that I don't take right decisions, I take decisions first and then make them right. This is the confidence that is believe in yourself. And the third is C, create a balance between your job, family, and social responsibilities. And D, as Professor Pandey said at the end of his speech, dare to become innovative. You have to become innovative. I have seen that when I say to my students कि ये वाला कर लीजिए, वो क्या कहेंगे, वो क्या सोचेंगे, तो यही ना सबसे बड़ा रोग, क्या कहेंगे लोग. And I told them कि वो हमारे बारे में क्या सोच रहे हैं, ये भी अगर हम ही सोचने लगेंगे तो वो क्या सोचेंगे. So that should be, the attitude. And then E, embrace positivity. You have to embrace positive, be positive in your approach. Be positive, be calm. If a person asks me that what graduation degree you are, I always say be calm. Be calm. That is the best degree which everybody has. And the same thing I think which you'll find out in principles also, that is Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha. Ka, क्लेश मत करो, as Gandhi says. मीठा बोलना चाहिए, ये भी बहुत मीठा बोलते हैं. तो अगर आपकी जुबान अच्छी नहीं होगी, तो I think you cannot persuade a person, you cannot convince a person. लफ्ज एक ऐसी चीज है जिसकी वजह से या तो आदमी दिल में उतर जाता है या तो दिल से उतर जाता है. So that becomes. And second is Kha, खुश रहिए, और खासकर उनके सामने जरूर खुश रहिए, those who have problems with you, और मुस्कुराइए और कहिए कि चलो आज थोड़ा फिर से मुस्कुराया जाए और बिना माचिस के कुछ लोगों को. Now third is Ga, गम न करें. If you lose anything, you will find out most of the things in the principles also. And Gha is ghamand na kare. That is the best part in life, and you will find out here also. Then the next quote which influenced me, which I saw that it is there in the life, is happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony, and that is very difficult. Most of the persons become deceptive. What they say, they do not mean it. And you find out that just in front of you, they're very happy, they are appreciating you, but at the back, they start criticizing you. And you can see, in politics also, कि मौका पड़ा तो सारे अनुबंध हो गए और नेवलों के भी सांप से संबंध हो गए. It happens. This is life. Now, you will find out that the forgiveness is another quality which Gandhi teaches. Gandhi says that the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. And if you read the novel Jane Eyre, you'll find out there is a line in Jane Eyre that life appears to me too short to be spent in nursing animosity or registering wrong. I mean, we have the examples from literature also where, for example, Tempest, where forgiveness is taught. Now, this seminar is actually the impact of Gandhiji on literature, culture, and society. It's not only on literature, how he influenced culture, how he influenced society. Now, as far as literature is concerned, you have seen that how his ideals are incorporated in the different texts. Dr. Parag has given many examples from the text how his ideals are incorporated there. Trio, for example, of 1930s, R.K. Narayan, Murugaraj Anand, and Rajalao, in most of the texts, they have included the ideals of Gandhiji. If you talk about culture, that how on culture, he gave his deep impact, you just think about his idea of self-reliance, community living, pursuit of truth, all these ideas as far as impact on culture is concerned. And when you talk about society, he is known for societal transformation like social equality, eradication of untouchability, and empowerment of marginalized people. So these are the points, the way Gandhiji had impact on literature, culture, and society. Now, maybe, the students are sitting here, they must have read George Bernard Shaw's plays. Shaw, who said that for art's sake alone, I would not face the toil of writing even a single sentence. Gandhi was a writer also. He did not believe in arts for art's sake. He always believed in art for life's sake. That art must change the society. Now, when you are going to interpret Gandhi and the text or the writings, then which are those points which you will try to find out? The most important principles of Gandhi are, say, he has already talked about ahimsa, for example, non-violence, satyagraha, sarvodaya, swadeshi, equality and social justice, constructive program, khadi and village industry, religious tolerance, and fearlessness. All these points are, these are the Gandhian principles or Gandhian ideals which you will find out in the different texts. Now, in mid-20th century of India, say around 1920s or 30s, which we roughly call Gandhian era, and I told you that we have the trio. And in trio, R.K. Narayan, Murugaraj Anand, and Rajarao, we have most of the principles propagated by Gandhiji. But there are, the ideals which are the different texts, as Dr. Parag has talked about. Say, for example, nationalism and freedom struggle. You can find out in Mind Eater of Malgudi by R.K. Narayan. You can find out in Inqilab by Khwaja Ahmad Abbas. As far as social reform and equality is concerned, you can read Untouchable, where you just go through the character of Bakha, you can find it out. Rural revival, for example, you can see or you can read Kanthapada by Rajarao. Critique of industrialization, for example, you can read Waiting for Mahatma. Women's empowerment, you can read Kamala Markandeya's Nectar Eve. Regionalism and cultural identity, you can read R.K. Narayan's Malgudi Days. Now, what I personally feel is that when you are going to read Gandhi, at least go through few books that will enrich you. One book I think you are very much familiar with, which is written by Gandhi himself, The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Then there are some other books also which you can read and then you can develop some idea or you can work on that. Gandhi Before India, for example, by Ramchandra Guha. My dear Bapu, letters from, as Dr. Parag has talked about, C. Rajgopalachari, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and Devdas Gandhi. Then The Good Boatman by Rajmohan Gandhi. Gandhi, Prisoner of Hope by Judith M. Brown. Death and Afterlife of Mahatma Gandhi by Makarand Parantpe. I Am Gandhi by Brad Melcher. Now, since a survey has been made by Dr. Parag, I'm just going to briefly talk about why is Gandhi relevant in 21st century. Why, seminars are being held, and why, we talk about the Gandhian principles and all that. If we see the 21st century, that what is the relevance of Gandhi in 21st century? So the first important thing which I find is that non-violence and conflict resolution is the need of the time, and that is why Gandhi is important in 21st century. Then second important thing is that we are talking about sustainable development and environmentalism. I think most of you are familiar with SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which are decided at the global level. So that is why Gandhi is important here in the 21st century as far as sustainable development and environmentalism is concerned. As far as social justice and equality is concerned, Gandhi is significant, important 21st century. Then economic self-reliance and local empowerment, Gandhi significant because of that. Political ethics and governance, Gandhi important 21st century. Civil rights and activism, personal responsibility and mindful living, education for character building. Gandhi was also talking about the holistic education as national education policy is talking about. And then the global, citizenship. Honorable Prime Minister, he has also imbibed in his personality the Gandhian principles, the Gandhian ideals. I have also tried to find out that which are those points which Gandhiji had and our Honorable Prime Minister is trying to imbibe in himself and trying to propagate. I think Swachh Bharat Abhiyan you all are familiar with. And this Clean India campaign, which started on October 2, 2014, was started under the impact of Gandhian ideals, and that is the way our Prime Minister has imbibed it. Second is promotion of Khadi. That was also the idea of Prime Minister. He also wears occasionally this kind of dress. Then Gandhi 150. This was also the idea which was initiated by Honorable Prime Minister on 150th birthday of Gandhiji. Then non-violence and peace initiatives, that is also the idea which was imbibed by him. And vocal for local, that idea which has been propagated by our Honorable Prime Minister, that was also under the impact of Gandhiji. And the empowerment of rural communities, that he also emphasized on the villages, and it was also the Gandhian principles. So what we see actually, that not only in literature, in culture and society also, we have the deep impact of Gandhiji. And the need of the seminar and the need of such kind of deliberations is that whatever comes, we should try to imbibe in our personality and try to propagate it in the society. That way, the purpose of the seminar will be served. Otherwise, it will remain incomplete. And I think the students who are the messengers of such kind of messages can, bring changes in the society. And I have full trust in youths that they can bring change in the society. They can, spread the message which are the principles of Gandhiji. So once again, I congratulate the entire organizing committee for this successful seminar. It started late, and that is why every time the Dr. R.K. Shukla seems worried that the speaker should speak less as the time was allotted. So I also thought that I will summarize it as much as it is possible, because the pressure is always there on the convener. There is one more speaker. So once again, I congratulate the entire organizing committee, especially Dr. R.K. Shukla, for this seminar, and I express my sincere thanks to to the entire management who has given me the chance to come here. Thank you very much.
Now, we are honored to have with us today Raghuvansh Mani sir. Sir, we are privileged by your presence, sir. And now I request Dr. R.K. Shukla sir to welcome him with garland. Raghuvansh Mani sir. We are truly privileged to have you here, sir. A huge clap for Raghuvansh Mani sir. Now I request Professor K.M. Pandey sir, who was HOD, BHU, Department of English. Student, please don't leave. Please don't. This is not looking nice. This is the day for you. This is the moment for you. Don't leave. This is the moment for you. This is the moment for you. You will not get this moment. This is the moment for you. Sir, please come over here. The floor is yours, sir.
So, first of all, my thanks to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to be part of this seminar. There is a special relationship with this very place for me. It's the land of one of my gurus, one of my mentors, Professor R.K. Shukla. Not this R.K. Shukla, another one, former professor from the Department of English, Banaras Hindu University. He was product of this college. And the second thing, I follow the footsteps of my father, who happened to be here decades ago for some academic work. And there is another very, very strong connection of Banaras Hindu University with this very place. When Mahamaraji was in the making of Banaras Hindu University, he met Rani Lal Kumari. बच्चों ध्यान से सुनना, जो बचे हुए हैं उन्हें they are really the ones who deserve much praise. Yes, धैर्य धना ही साधवन. लोग बोलना बड़ा आसान होता, सुनना बहुत कठिन होता है. I remember two of my mentors, I should say, who happened to be the friends of my father, Professor Tiwari and Professor Madhav Raj Dwivedi ji. मेरे पिता के मित्र थे और वही मित्र भाव सखा भाव मेरे लिए उन्होंने रखा हुआ है. And the people on the stage, my elder brother, again another mentor, Professor R.S. Tiwari, and my Bal Sakha, Raghuvansh Mani ji, we were classmates. And Parag ji has another relationship. His father happened to be our dean, my dean, in Banaras Hindu University. And also the friend of, he has been the disciple of my friend. ये सब तो पर्सनल बातें हैं देखिए. But yes, I feel blessed to be here. I took decades to reach this place. The incident that I was mentioning, Mahamana ji, the founder of Banaras Hindu University, met Maharani Lal Kumari ji. बच्चों नंगे पैर वो आए, and she said, अरे आपके जूते कहाँ हैं? And Mahamana said, my university doesn't have a padatran. यूनिवर्सिटी के पास बाउंड्री नहीं, जब तक नहीं होगी मैं जूते नहीं पहनूंगा. And the Maharani of your college, you have that very name here. You must remember this. She said, इतना बड़ा काम तो मेरे वश का नहीं है. Let me see what can be done. तो शायद बाउंड्री का एक बड़ा हिस्सा, and the great gate, the gopur that you have, that is the word written there. ये गोपुर महारानी लाल कुंवरी जी ने बनवाया, बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी का गेट. Within a century, we have not been able to create another such institute. But there are so many that are enlightening people and making us better human beings. But that is just on the lighter side, informal side. I'm thankful to the way the program was organized here. Mangalacharan, Vedic Mangalacharan, and the Kulgeet that was recited, and Saraswati Vandana. The words that were there, sadhana was there. This very word was repeated again and again. Gyan sadhana, Samman sadhana, and Sangeet sadhana. Three I could pick up. Remember those? Because when you say sadhana, you also remember one thing in the Gandhian way. हम कहते हैं 100 साल जिए. जीवेम शरदा शतम शृणुयाम शरदा शतम, सर सामने बैठे हुए हैं. प्रब्रवाम शरदा शतम. ये तीनों जब रहे ना, तब भूयश्च शरदा शतात. जीना आसान है, 100 साल किसी को मिल जाए, बड़ी बात नहीं है. लेकिन कैसे जिए? शृणुयाम शरदा शतम, सुनने लायक भी रहे. ऐसा बोले जो सुना भी जा सके, उसका ये भी अर्थ होना चाहिए है वहां है. और तब कल्याण हमारा भी होगा, दूसरे का भी होगा. तो ये जो लंबी षोडशोपचार की प्रक्रिया शुक्ला जी ने कराई है, मैं षोडशोपचार शब्द यूज कर दे रहा हूँ, वो अभिभूत करने वाली थी. त्रिपाठी जी, ये हॉल पूरा पैक्ड था जब कार्यक्रम शुरू हुआ, लेकिन लगता है सुनते सुनते लोग थक गए. बट अगेन व्हाट प्रोफेसर अजय शुक्ला जी से, ये बेटियों से भविष्य है, वो नई नई व्याख्याएं थी, मैं उसमें नहीं जा रहा हूँ. बट वन थिंग, एंड द two scholars who spoke before me, Shukla ji and Parag ji, they have made my job easier. तो मैं उसमें तो रिपीट नहीं करूंगा, फिर भी कुछ न कुछ तो रेपिटेशन हो ही जाता है. Why? To know Gandhi is to know yourself. And he was not a person of the past, not of the last century, but for the ages to come. You can disagree with him, you can abuse him, you can be his blind follower, but you can never ignore him. Even the one sitting on the chair as PM are those who have acquired his name Gandhi in their surnames, are all those who feel enlightened to belong to the land of Gandhi. They will be taking his name. They will be trying to follow him. We all, I mean. And it is very difficult to follow great principles. Gandhi के लिए भी आसान थोड़े था. The long list of books, again small one I should say, small list. It is for my dear students. बहुत ज़्यादा लिखा गया है. But one book was missed there. हिंदू स्वराज. अगर सब न पढ़ पाइए तो एक किताब जरूर पढ़िए. गांधी जी, द स्मॉलेस्ट वन, 10 रुपए में मिल जाती है। हिंद स्वराज, what is so special about it? Both the speakers talked about this self-realization, this आत्म साक्षात्कार। तो ये किताब लिखी कैसे, कोई बच्चा बताएगा? Anybody who read it? I will be happy. अच्छा, नहीं पढ़ा तो अब से पढ़िएगा। Yes. अरे वाह, हाँ। कैसे लिखी गई है, क्या है उसमें? हाँ, anyway, okay. It's in the question answer form. देखिए, सवाल पूछने वाला कौन है और जवाब देने वाला कौन है? Asking question to yourself, asking the question and giving the answer. Most of us ask questions to others and do not like difficult questions when they are asked to us. So asking questions and looking for a solution. And remember one thing, Gandhi was not a static personality. He kept on improving himself. The autobiography that he wrote was known as Satya Ke Prayog, experiments with truth. So something not verified, not verifiable, not congenial, not good for me, leave it. So even his charkha are the way he talked about the basic needs, had he been there, he would have modified them. जैसे आज गांधी उनसे कहते नहीं मोबाइल चलेगा, yes, he would have said that. Many a time we look at him as one who talked about only small industries or khadi katna, soot katna. He would have changed this basic, because this basic comes from the base. कहाँ हम खड़े हैं? Remember, दूर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. I remember Pandit Hajari Prasad Dwivedi ji, who said, who gave this definition of tradition and modernity. Tradition is that foot which is on the ground, firm ground, and modernity is the other leg that is in the air. So one must make a balance between the two. He quoted that shlok, I remember, चलते के निपादेन, एक पैर से चलता है, एक धरती पर रखता है. तो जो हवा में है वो एक्सपेरिमेंट वाला पद है, तो बिना जाने अगला कदम नहीं रखना है. So this is what Gandhi said, open your windows and doors for others, but it should not just sweep away your basic. So remember this thing as well. I have to say so many things, but I will summarize myself to a few things, especially those things which have not been said, even at the cost of some repetition. क्योंकि देखिए एक अर्थ और है बच्चों जाना, because when you look at the English word, you are confused. Original माने? What is original? Anybody, any student, सब लोग जानते हैं, सभी बच्चों को पता है. Who will say what is original? कोई बता दे भाई. अरे ये पार्टिसिपेशन वाला इतने थोड़े लोग हैं, बिल्कुल इनफॉर्मल ढंग से हम बात कर रहे हैं.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, from where the word has came?
Yes, okay, you have gone. Thank you. So not something new. Normally हम क्या कहते हैं, original वो है जो पहली बार किसी ने कहा. But in our tradition, return to origin A.K. Ramanujan says. मौलिक शब्द मूल से बना. अपने मूल को पहचानना, अपने परंपरा को जानना, अपने ट्रेडिशन को जानना. If you know this, you are a मौलिक चिंतक. The English word takes you in some other direction, something new, something unsaid,